Hi, I'm Vashak. I'm a member of the Lincolnshire Artists Society. We're currently showing at the Stable Gallery at Doddington Hall in Lincolnshire. I have 3 pieces in the show, this being the first one. It's a piece that's based on an image from a street in Lincoln, a famous street called Michaelgate, which has some medieval buildings, and you're looking up towards the spires of Lincoln Cathedral. So you've got the angles of the top of the houses and the cathedral in the background above.
What type of wood do you work with?
These are all recycled hardwoods from this area, mostly from within a sort of 5-10 mile radius of Lincoln, and some from the Doddington Hall estate as well. So we've got ash from Tunman Wood, which is about 5 miles away, mainly ash and oak, some little pieces of elm, all of it recycled, most of it made from offcuts from other work which are too small to do a big piece with, but too beautiful to just throw away, to discard. I think a lot of my work relies quite heavily on the idea of recycling and sustainability.
How do you choose your themes? I
look for images that I can transfer into a sort of post-impressionist, almost cubist image, because it's technically more difficult to cut and shape and finish curves in wood. I started doing this kind of practice because it was all straight lines, so it sort of resonates very closely with cubist work. And I look at a lot of the sketching and work by artists like George Brock. Previous work I've done has been homage to Brock in last year's show.
Is this part of a series?
It's an ongoing project, so I've already got 2 more pieces, one completed and another one planned, so it keeps developing and growing.
Is this your first time here?
It's not, no. I think this is my third showing since I joined the Lincolnshire Artists Society. That this has now become our major summer exhibition and will become, or has become, an annual event.
And you have 2 more pieces?
I have 2 more pieces. Shall we look? This is a console table made from a slab of yew, which is a traditional British hardwood that grows in largely in churchyards because it has some kind of symbolism. Actually, technically it's not a hardwood, it's a softwood because it's yew and it's cone bearing or has needles. It's evergreen. It produces the most beautiful grain patterns in the wood. I quite like the way this fits in with the theme of this year's show is reflections, and I like the way this front edge, which has kept the rough edge of the way the tree has grown. It looks rather like rippling water. I like that effect. Again, very local, came from a churchyard in a village about 10 miles from here, and the legs are coppiced hazel. So with friends in the Lincolnshire Wildlife Society, I go once a week to a local wood owned by Lincolnshire Wildlife Trust, and they let us coppice hazel, so we kind of manage the woodland and take out hazel just with hand tools, no machine tools. And again, it's a sustainable crop because it regrows, and I make quite a bit of furniture. Furniture was my first passion, really. I studied 3D design about 45 years ago, and recently got back into designing and making furniture.
How did you start working with wood?
I don't know, really. I always had a passion for wood, and I think many years ago, because my father was Polish, he took us to holiday to a beautiful town in southern Poland, in Zakopane, the Tatra Mountains, where there's a really strong wood carving tradition. And he bought me a set of wood carving chisels because there was a huge amount of wood carving in the local culture, and it went from there, really. I think that was back in 1970, so I've been working with wood ever since, really.
What about this one?
This one is Again from Tunman wood. It's the same timber as the legs on the furniture, but it's a single tree of hazel which is very fast growing. Because the wood hasn't been coppiced for many years, some of it gets to quite a decent size. So it's a piece of hazel that's been turned on a lathe, then it's been hand carved, then painted with a milk paint, and then sanded back to reveal this peculiar pattern. The elm on the top comes from the Doddington estate, and this tiny little finial on the top is a piece of yew that comes from the same tree that this one came from.
You're doing a lot of art. Do you also do functional work?
Yes, I do. Again, quite small pieces that I make. I make furniture, but I also do quite a lot of kitchenalia. So, because I'm working with, I make things like kitchen boards, carved spoons, all sorts of kitchenalia, lots of wood turning, bowls and rolling pins, that kind of thing.
You said that your father was Polish.
Yes.
Have you been influenced by folklore?
Not overtly, no. I do remember doing a piece of work when I was at university on Polish vernacular architecture, and after 8,000 words the conclusion was there isn't any. They have so many different influences from different neighbours coming and going and passing through, that there was nothing really that was traditionally Polish. So I've never really looked for something that's traditionally Polish. Only that woodcraft is quite strong in Polish culture.
What are you working on right now?
Right now I have at home in my studio some legs, so I'll be making a few more tables. That's the next thing I'm doing. And I've got the next sort of two-dimensional piece planned. So I've got to make frames and things like that. That's my next project. And there's always something cylindrical on the lathe. So I think I have a short attention span, so I like to have several different things going at the same time.
How can people find you?
I have a process with my name, Rob Vashak, on Facebook and Instagram. My business name, if you like, is Studio Mitati, M-I-T-A-T-E, and the Mitati name is a Japanese word for repurposing and recycling. I tend to use a lot of things that I found and scrounged. So if I'm driving along and I see a piece of wood by the side of the road, I'll pick it up and I'll take it away and I'll do something with it, which is very much seeing something, a found object, in a new light and transforming it into something else, something useful or even something beautiful if we're lucky.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.